Hey, I'm Primitive Tim, and today we're going to learn the reverse wrap method of making cordage. Now you can get your fibers from all kinds of plants. This right here, this is dog fennel. You can get that in the stalk, and basically any plant with a long skinny stalk like this is going to have fibers all around the outside of it. Also dog fennel, milkweed is going to have some fibers in it. There's just tons of plants that have fibers in it. Today we're going to be using fibers from the palm tree, and so this comes from between the branches of the palm tree, and it's a very useful fiber. Now with these palm fibers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them out, and try to make them as even as possible. I'm going to take two pieces and just kind of spin them out. Now these two strands I can twist together, and so I'll twist one way and then wrap it back behind itself. I'll twist toward me and then wrap it back behind itself, and so on like that. Now you notice this is gonna cause it to wrap around itself, so when I let go, it's not gonna come undone. Now, I don't really like starting that way. I prefer just to start kind of in the middle, actually a little bit lopsided, and twist in opposite directions. Once I do that, I can just fasten this. I like to fasten it with my teeth, and then I can use both my hands for wrapping, and that makes things go a lot quicker. Now of course this side is way shorter than this side, so we're gonna have to add in fibers. Now as I'm twisting, I'll be able to feel the thickness of each side. I want these to be fairly even, otherwise you're gonna have kind of a lopsided string, and it's gonna compromise the strength of the cord. So this side's getting kind of thin, so I'm gonna add some more fibers to that side. These are good right here. I can feel this side getting a little bit thin, so I'll add in some more fibers. It's important that I keep this string consistent, because if it's not consistent, then really you're just gonna have a bunch of extra weight on it, because your string is only as strong as the very thinnest point. So if you have a thin point and then a thick point, that thick point is just dead weight, because if there's any stress on your string, it's gonna break at that thinner point. Alright, so I've got a good little length of cord. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I think if I tried really hard I could break it, but I don't want to break it. So this is a pretty strong piece of cord, and I made it as even as possible. You can see there are a few thinner spots, like down here especially, but for what I'm going to use it for, it's going to work great, so I don't really need to worry about it so much. Now the concept here is actually pretty interesting. Basically what we're doing is, when I twist this forward, I'm going to bring it back behind it and bring the other strand up. I'm going to twist this one forward and do the exact same thing over and over and over. Now what's happening here is, when you twist it, it wants to untwist, of course. So when they both want to untwist against each other, they stay in that state of equilibrium, so I can just set it here and they don't come undone. So go make some cordage. It might come in handy one day, but until next time, try to find a new way to appreciate nature.